faith and trust in the school district with entrusting us with the money from the referendum. And so we want to be good stewards of that. Thus, we have our outside advisory groups to make sure that every penny goes to where we say it's going to be. We have to look at the applications that come in to make sure that they're financially viable, because millions of dollars can be at stake and can be lost from the taxpayers. Down in Palm Beach County, just to give an example, when I was superintendent down there, and even after coming up here, several charters have had to close based upon a couple of reasons. This slide here just shows since 1998 the charters that have not been successful, and usually the causes are based on financial pressure, financial mismanagement in some cases, and sometimes it's academic reasons. What's important is that there's not a separate pot of money that comes down from Tallahassee when charter schools serve the community. The dollars that come to the county, the dollars that come to the school district, the dollars follow the students. So if there's a charter school that's going to open up, it's not like there's an additional pot of money that says, okay, here's an extra allowance for St. Lucie County, or here's an extra allowance for whatever county would do that. Those dollars are the dollars that come in through the FTE, through the students, and the dollars follow the students. So nationally, and this slide here really is from the Brookings Institute, talks about there's like a sifting of the dollars that come to us that will go to the charters. So it's important when we're looking at these that the charters are innovative and really not duplicative of what we're doing, or I feel like it's really a disservice to our taxpayers and to the system itself. That's a conversation and a debate for another day. But I want to make sure to the public that they're aware that there's not a separate pool of money for charters, and that the dollars follow the students. And so we want to make sure that whatever's offered really could be unique. Port St. Lucie, and we have representatives here, and I know they'll speak in a few moments, in their strategic plan, objective 3.2 talks about, they put it in their strategic plan that they want to enable sustainable trades and technical workforce through a career technical campus center serving secondary level kids, and while serving post-graduation opportunities. Within that, I know that the city had their retreat, and I know that Assistant City Manager is here this morning, and he talked about when he presented on October 22nd to the council that the driver for the city itself to come forward was really the skills gap study in itself. And I know these have been conversations that have been going on for many years within the county itself. There's a citizen survey that went out as well, and I want to make sure that I'm clear on this. And the citizen survey, because I saw it and received one myself, that when the citizens are responding to a vocational technical career charter school, I think many of them are thinking about the pure trades, the construction academies, the welding, the plumbing, the carpentry, the HVAC, those kinds of things. When they say they see a need for that, I believe 80% of the residents said that. Our position as a district is that, and I believe that Mr. Ludlam from the Treasure Coast Builders Association also approached and made some comments to the board after the committees met and made the presentation to the city council, that they wanted to make sure that this school center itself would be a true career technical center and not really morph into something else. And it asked the council, even in the lease agreement, to make sure that there were some assurances there that the school would not lose the focus of the career tech charters, which I think is so important to this board, so that it's not duplicative of what we're doing, but offers an opportunity for students in those areas to be able to enroll in the school center and to take those programs. It's in the application itself, it's similar to some of the programs that we have here in our county. The concept itself of small learning communities is something that we do. But I'm not saying that it's not worth a shot. I do want to read a comment here from our response, the memorandum to the school board regarding this. And this really cuts through everything, and this is really the bottom line. If Somerset does provide a true vocational tech school with strong emphasis on the construction, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and welding trades, as envisioned by the city, and addressing employer needs for the county students, and addressing employer needs as reflected in the EBC skills gap analysis, then Somerset will be adding an educational option for the county students. However, if Somerset provides a general education school without guaranteeing specific voc-tech career elective as described in the application, then Somerset is adding little to the offerings already available through the school district, schools. So when we look at the skills gap study, which focused really on the manufacturing trades and healthcare, the skills gap study in itself never recommended a career charter school in and of itself, but that's something that came later on. However, what I'm asking for in making this recommendation is that the county, the city of Port St. Lucie, and the Somerset representatives will be true to the original mission of what the residents, I believe, want, the community wants, and that's a career technical school that will focus in on the vocational trades as I've been talked about. That doesn't mean that the landscape will not change. Doesn't mean there will not be other programs that can be and should be offered. The area of healthcare is tremendous growth. There's room, I think, for both parties in that area. We're just hoping that this is what the intent is, and that really remains the true mission of that school in the vocational technical area and the trades, the construction trades. On the screen right here is, and I'm going to close right now, is our mission statement, and it's a picture of the Statue of Liberty there. And in every 1A, if we could count Palm Point, which doesn't count as a district school, even though it's a district managed school, or we could count last year's graduation rate, which is a lagging indicator, we would be an A-rated school district. So we're right there at the cusp of that, and very proud of the gains that we've made. On the screen, you'll see the chart that starts from 2004 to 2018. Pretty much from 2004 to 2016, the district meandered in the 40s and 50s when we compare ourselves to the 67 counties. But over the last 4 years, we've really been able to make some remarkable gains there. Really shooting up now from the bottom third to the top third to be ranked 22nd in the district, and on the Treasure Coast, trailing only in Martin County in that category. We have no failing schools. We're in the top 10 in graduation rate. We'll talk about that in a moment. You can see 66% of our schools are A's and B's, and then we'll talk a little bit more about our career technical academies. This is a remarkable 4-year trend, going from 75% to 92% from over the last 4 years. And we anticipate we're in graduation season right now. We will be doing the graduation ceremonies within the next few weeks, and anticipate that number to be just a little bit higher when all is said and done. Just wanted again to share for the public as well what the individual schools have been able to accomplish. And these are the traditional high schools in the county, and to see that the double-digit gains for all of our schools, with the exception of LPA, which is right at 100%, to see the double-digit gains in graduation rate for all of our schools. But in particular, when we look at PSL High School, that's gone up 97%, Westwood 28%, Treasure Coast High School at 98%, Centennial at almost 98%. So tremendous gains in our community over the last few years at our school centers. When we take our comprehensive high schools and compare them with the surrounding counties, and I'm just talking about the comprehensive high schools, there's 11 of those schools when we count Indian River and Martin County. We rank first in that at almost 97% graduation rate. Our 3-year industry certification trend, you can see going from 900, almost 1,000 to 2,390. A significant gain there as well. So it's a district on the move and moving in the right direction. Within our career and technical education programs, you can see the programs that we currently offer as a district. A lot of folks are surprised when they actually see exactly what we're doing with the 62 academies and 42 industry certifications. I'm only listing the schools that are in Port St. Lucie, in the city limits of Port St. Lucie, but these are some of the career academy or programs that we offer to the schools. The ones that are highlighted in the bold will be coming on board next year. The building trades and construction design, that'll be a shift from the Carpentry Academy at Port St. Lucie High School. But if you look down at PSL and you look and over at Centennial, you'll see outdoor marine service technology will be incorporated next year with the advent of the port coming in and some of those industries that are coming in. We stay very closely aligned with that to be able to adjust and pivot very quickly to meet the needs of the community. I won't go through these and read these, but they're there for the screen to see that there's a tremendous amount of programs that we offer that are geographically, we're a school district, and we serve the needs of all of our students throughout the district, so we try to make sure that students are able to, whatever school that they choose or whatever program they want to go into, that they have access to that. One of the things that was talked about through this process was the Economic Development Council and the skills gap study. And I'm on the board of the Economic Development Council, attend all of their meetings, and I'm very, very in tune with, looked very closely, let's say, with in the study itself. And this particular slide really is taken exactly from the skills gap analysis